Guess what? We got even more information about the new Dragon Quest Monsters game, so now I shall give this info to you! Welcome everybody, I'm Defeater of Souls, and if you're interested in Dragon Quest Monsters content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. All this information is coming from the newest Jamatsu article, which is linked in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. First things first, the party is going to be, once again, 4 slots monsters with 4 slots in the reserves, giving you 8 slots total to customize and have a full party with. That's cool, nothing too special, pretty much just like Dark Prince. Speaking of things like Dark Prince, the combat system, although not directly confirmed, the UI elements and everything kind of makes it seem like combat's going to be pretty much similar to Dark Prince, along with other previous games. Nothing too special there, nothing mind-shattering, but, this is not confirmed either way. Something that is unique are that Bianca and Nera have unique abilities. Wrangler's spirits are abilities that, according to my understanding, have a chance to randomly activate during battle. When you use it, they will do something unique depending on which protagonist you are currently playing as. Nera's will increase the defense of the party while healing their MP, and Bianca's will heal their HP and raise their attack. I really like this. What this means is that you choose your protagonist and you alternate between protagonists, not because I like this character more, but because I feel like this character's Wrangler spirit will be more useful in this situation. Of course, whether or not that actually means anything in the gameplay, I don't know, but hey, it's cool that it's there. Over 500 monsters. Now, to be fair, Dark Prince also had over 500 monsters, so it's not going to be that much of an increase, if an increase at all. But it also doesn't mean that it's going to be that much of a decrease, if a decrease at all. I do wish that there were more monsters, like the 3DS games had over 1,000, which is a bit ridiculous, but still, just goes to show that it's a little lackluster, but hey, at least it's not a notable decrease. Ranks. We still have G rank through X rank just like Dark Prince, nothing to note there. Families also appear to be the same. It doesn't directly confirm the 8 families, but I don't know what they're going to change it to. Are they going to break up nature and just create the insect-only family? Probably not. Size is also, unfortunately for many people, it seems to be the same as Dark Prince. Small monsters and large monsters only, although it's not directly confirmed if you can switch between them in Dark Prince, pretty sure that's going to be the case. May seem like a shame that we don't get extra large monsters and all that fun stuff from the 3DS games, but I feel like it's pretty understandable given the nature of this game. Personalities! We're gonna come back to those later. Scouting! Scouting is exactly the same as it has been. Show of force, or you just have a chance for it to randomly happen after battle. That's cool. Glad they haven't changed that for the worse. Okay, talents and talent points also appear to be like the previous games, where after you level up, you can get talent points, you can put them in the unique talents, and you can customize talents through synthesis. That's cool. Nothing too notable there. Alright, personalities. Personalities are going to act similar to how they act in Pokemon, where they affect stat growth. Certain personalities will allow some stats to grow higher than normal and some lower than normal, and I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this. Now, to be fair, I wasn't exactly expecting personalities to be directly carried over from the original games, because they were fundamentally different to how those original games work versus how the modern games work. In the original games, a personality would affect what moves your monster would use when you just left them to their own devices, regardless of how you commanded them to act. For example, a monster that was sly was almost never going to use pure offensive moves, but instead rather preferred to use support moves, and occasionally moves that helped defend and heal. So, obviously, something like that isn't going to exist when they can have a much more customizable way of allowing you to choose what moves your monsters use, but I'm not sure if I'm down for the Pokemon route. We'll see, though. Might just be a hard sell. I don't know. Synthesis. Alright. No plus or minus, no genders like before. It seems like we're pretty similar to Dark Prince in this regard, where any monster can be synthesized with any monster to get any result. That's cool. No complaints there. Even better, plus values are back. If you did not know, Dark Prince got rid of a fundamental system that was in the Dragon Quest Monsters game since the very first games, and that's the fact that when you synthesize 2 monsters together, they get a little plus value on the new monster to show just how much better that monster is, and helps give you a general idea of how much stronger these monsters are getting. This was used to even better effect in later games, such as being the main course of rank offsets and whatnot. Basically, the point of the matter is Dark Prince got rid of this for some reason, and now it's back, and that's great. Of course, this also means that monsters now get notably stronger from synthesis because you can actually see the plus values. That's cool. Nothing else to say there. Specific synthesis equations for specific monsters still exist. I don't know why it needed to confirm this, maybe for someone who didn't know anything about these games before, I don't know, but hey, it's cool. Grandparent for monster synthesis is still present. And finally, this article ends by introducing 3 new monsters into the game. The first is the slime balls, these being the sushi slimes that have been present since the very first trailer. They're cool, nothing too much to say. The next are the Bamboo Bad Boy. This is some kind of sentient bamboo shoe. Definitely a unique monster, but hey, at least, it is unique. The final one is the Groovy Grouse. This is a recolor of the Funky Bird, a monster introduced in the very first Dragon Quest Monsters game. And all things considered, this doesn't surprise me, because this game does seem like it really wants to connect back to those original games. So, all in all, a lot of interesting information, a lot of things that are just confirming what we may have already known, and at the end of the day, still excited to play the game. Remember, it's coming out December 3rd, so thank you all for watching. If you're interested in Dragon Quest Monsters content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And I got nothing else to say, so thank you all for watching, and this has been Defeater of Souls.